Have you ever heard people quote to you this Bible verse after you pointed out a sin in their life? Judge not, that you be not judged. Matthew 7 verse 1. This is one of the most misused verses in the Bible. Anytime you call out sin, you correct someone, or you point out something unbiblical, people have a tendency to respond with Jesus' words, judge not, that you be not judged. But is this what Jesus actually meant? Are Christians not allowed to judge? Actually, if you continue to read, Jesus says, with the judgment you pronounce, you will be judged. And with the measure you use, it will be measured to you. Why do you seek the speck that is in your brother's eye, but you do not notice the log that is in your own eye? Or how can you say to your brother, let me take out the speck out of your eye when there is a log into your own eye? You hypocrite! First, take the log out of your own eye, and then you will see clearly to take the speck out of your brother's eye. In other words, this verse says that before you judge, you need to check yourself. You need to be aware of falling into hypocrisy. However, if you are a mature Christian, if you're a Christian leader and notice somebody is committing a sin, you are given full authority to call out and judge that person. Actually, if you read in 1 Corinthians chapter 5 and 6, Paul rebukes the church at Corinth for not judging. He says that it is the church's responsibility to judge those inside the church, but not those outside. Those outside the church, God will be the judge. So he says, if the saints one day will judge the world, will judge angels, how much more do they have a sense of responsibility to judge cases inside the church between them and believers? So next time you hear people say that Christians cannot judge, tell them to read the context and consult with 1 Corinthians chapter 5 and 6. Then tell them the problem is not judging. The problem is hypocrisy.